You guys, if you're joining in with us, very excited to have you. Just know that we have some options available for you if you're doing this workout at home. But before I continue to talk, I want to start moving. I want you guys to start moving too. So we're going to go through just a very basic warm-up. I'm going to run the clock. This workout is focused on the Wheelchair Football League and our seated athletes, but we have standing options, as you'll see me demonstrating, and as Carolyn mentioned. First thing I want us to do is just warm up our shoulders. So let's just take our arms through some arm circles. Arms out by your side, little small circles forwards. Make these circles bigger. You're just going to stick with me. We're just going to hang out each one of these movements for a little while. And reverse. Let's take them back. Let's take them back. After the arm circles, let's do the old Michael Phelps back slaps. So just take your arms across yourself, lug yourself, one arm over the other, one arm under. Just a few of these. And if we're a seated athlete, next thing we're going to do are chair twists. So simply in your chair, it's going to take you through Russian twist motion, trying to reach each side and seeing if you can get your chair to move. For me, that will be a windmill actually. So if you're standing athlete, we'll spread our legs apart, arms out by your side, opposite arm to opposite toe, stand back up. Continue these reps. For another 10, 15 seconds. Telling our body, hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Getting ready to sweat, to breathe, to get fitter for it. All right, after these, we're going on to U-turns or skater lunge. U-turn for a seated athlete is, Stouty will demonstrate. You cross your wheels on one side, do a turn away from an object, and cross your wheels on the other side. For me, it's a skater lunge. So if you're standing, we're in this wide lunge position, jump to one side, jump to the other side. There we go. Woo, these are the booty builders if you're standing with me. If you're seated, you're working on that quick turning agility. Crucial for wheelchair football, wheelchair basketball, many sports. All right, after that, if you're seated, we're going to back extensions. For me, that's a good morning. So if you're standing, simply keeping our legs straight, pushing our butt back, getting a nice deep stretch in the hamstrings and the butt. Seated athlete, you're leaning forward as far as you can and sitting back up. Keep those legs straight, feel it in your hamstrings or your back. Couple more. All right, next warm-up movement are hops left and right. It's a little bit higher skill movement for a seated athlete, but in order to be a little bit agile in the chair, we want to be able to hop and move the chair. So it's a hop, like you see Chris doing here, left and then right, holding onto the wheels there, onto the sides to allow that chair to leave the ground. Standing athletes, take a line on the ground and simply hop left and right. This will make you start to breathe. Big deep breaths, gang. Remember, this is just the warm-up. We want to get a little sweat going here. A few more seconds. All right, and rest. And last movement, push-ups. You can see this later, so let's go ahead and warm up that range of motion. If you're a seated athlete and we struggle tipping out of our chair, or transfers take a while, that's okay. We're not here to focus on that yet. We can, instead of getting out of our chair, take an object, a PVC pipe, something light, and press forwards and hold for 2 seconds. Bring into the chest, press forwards and hold, activating the top of our shoulders. Chest and hold. For me, I'm going to do push-ups. Just get about 5 to 8 reps. All right. That's just a way to get our bodies ready, take them through some range of motion, introduce you to a couple movements that you're going to see introduced later today and throughout the next few sessions. But now, let's talk about the first of two workouts we're going to do. This first workout is what we call a focus workout. So there's 45 seconds of work we're going to do with 15 seconds of rest. Alec, if you could go ahead and share your screen, I'll talk through the first workout we're going to do, and I'll save that second one for later, part B for later. All right, gang, so if you're seeing this, part A is what we're going to do next. We have 3 rounds, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Do not worry, I've got the clock. I'll tell you when to go, when to rest. But Stouty, let's demo and talk through the U-turns first.
All right, so on the U-turn, it's a key move to be able to get around somebody when you're caught up. So if you think about sport, wheelchair basketball, wheelchair football, you're here on a chair, and if this med ball right here is the other chair, what I want to do is I'm going to shoot past it just with my axle. I want to pull back. I don't want to pull straight back, but I want to pull back on an angle so I can pivot my wheel into that object or the person and then spin to the other side. So I pull back and spin. It's to gain advantage on position. So on a football field, you know, you can shoot forward, you can pull back, you can pin your opponent with your wheel and then spin the opposite side to make that move. So it's a good move for chair skills to practice through. So again, you just want to push past the object. So your axle gets to that object, and then you're going to spin into it. I'm going to put my wheel right on the object. I'm going to spin off with my opposite hand. Then I'm going to pull back on an angle and spin back again. Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Stouty. That is a great agility, explosive movement for seated athletes that will go a long way in developing explosive needs in football. If you're seated and you're unable, you do not have the room to do these U-turns. Instead, we can take our arms and do a version of piston presses. So if you have 2 objects, that would be great. If you have 1 object, transfer that object at the bottom. We're going to piston press if we're unable to move in our chair at all. If we're standing, we're going to do skater lunges like we did in the warm-up. So you're jumping from one side to the other. All right, that's the first movement. Remember, we have 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. There's 3 movements. The next one will be Russian twist. So seated, you're in your chair with that object that you have. Let's reach each side. Stouty will demo here. He'll grab small weight and reach both arms, holding that object, reach to both sides. 45 seconds. Then you get 15 seconds of rest there, and then overhead hold. So both arms, you'll take that object overhead, full extension, lock out if you can, as tall as you can get, and hold. All right? Pretty simple. Nothing to it but to do it, gang. Here we go. I'm going to get the clock going. 10 seconds to our first movement, the U-turns or the piston presses, whichever you got. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. You're standing. We're lunging. Skater lunges. You're seated, hitting those U-turns. Remember, we have 3 times to do this. Use this first round as gauging how these movements feel, how they look, you know? Don't go out of the gate crazy on this first one. Get comfortable. If you're in the seated athlete doing these U-turns, focus on technique. Focus on that quick pullback. Keep going. Keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest. 15 seconds. It goes by fast. Get ready for the next movement, a Russian twist. So grab that object. For standing athletes, we're going to sit down. Here we go. Elevate the feet if you're standing. Touch on both sides. Russian twist. Here we go, gang. I can't see you, but I feel your energy. Stick with me. And hey, if you're able-bodied watching this, join us. Trust me, it's a good workout for anybody. Move united. We all need to move, right? Keep going, gang. Come on. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest. Woo. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, where the humidity is 1,095 degrees, and I am sweating. I hope you are too. Get ready, gang. The next movement, overhead hold. Take any object, up overhead, and hold. Hold. Focus on your breathing here. And we keep our arms locked out and stacked. And get a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Enjoy this moment of stillness. Do you have good form to keep that weight stacked? Not allow it to be like a quiver holding it overhead. Do your best, forget the rest, gang. We're here to move together. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15-second rest, and we're going to do that whole thing over again. And then we'll do it one more time again. Pick up the intensity if that felt good and you're feeling recovered. Here we go, back to those U-turns or skater lunges. 3, 2, 1, and go. Working on dynamic, agility, skill work here. This is how you develop explosive speed, the power we need. We gotta start with the base. First the skills, then the speed, before we incorporate the heavy lifting, the heavy straight stuff. And rest, and rest. Whew. Back to those Russian twists, gang. Engage our core. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Russian twist. Really reach on each of those sides. Make sure both of those hands, if you're seated, you're getting to the rim of your wheel at least. Further if you can. Big twist. Turn those shoulders as much as you can. Here we go, gang. Come on, 15 more seconds of movement. Five more. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Rest. Woo! I am pouring. I love it. I love it. I hope you do too. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, gang, because the next workout's really going to challenge you. Let's go. Here we are. Overhead hold. Up and over. Let's go. Hold it. Only 45 seconds. Big deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Stability and bracing, critical. Critical for our seated athletes and our shoulder health, our shoulder strength. Expressing full range of motion. Function. 5 more seconds, gang. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest. Nice job. Nice job. Just one more of that. One more of that, and we're going to chat about the next workout. Trust me, it's flying by. Time flies when you're having this much fun, right? 3, 2, 1. Back to the U-turns or the skate lunge. There you go. If you're skate lunging, make those lunges far away. Jump out to the next one. If you're a lower extremity amputee, we can step, step, lunge, step, step, lunge, whatever you got. Do your best. Forget the rest, gang. 30 seconds. 15 more. Come on. Come on. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest. Ooh, those get me. Those get me. Right into our Russian twist, gang. We all know what to do. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathe through these. Breathe. Core gets lit up. Try to relax through our breath. We keep breathing, we can do anything. All you gotta do is breathe. The only thing we have to have is oxygen. And we can push through. We can do it. Five more seconds, gang. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Rest. Quality movement here, gang. I know we're almost done. The last set. Overhead hold. 3, 2, 1. Overhead hold. Taking full range of motion. If you can, if you're here and your shoulders are doing this, shrug them up. Active shoulders. Try to bring those biceps to your ears. All right? Quality movement, gang. How we do anything is how we do everything. I know this just looks like holding something overhead, but there's a lot of engagement, activation, things we can be doing to help make this movement as effective and beneficial as possible for your training. 15 more seconds. Hold, hold, hold. Press. You got another inch over your head. Press it, press it, press it. And rest. Rest. Shake it out if you need to. Take a sip of water if you need it. Take a deep breath. That is our focus work, gang. The intention there was quality movement and short rest. Very intentional with a long amount of work with a little bit of rest. It's how fast can we recover in that small window. Something that you'll see in football. All right, Alec, if you would bring up workout number 2. He's got it in the chat here. Oh, there we go. Part B, gang. So we're going to give you some time to collect yourself, but let's go ahead and talk through part B. 3-minute Amrap. We're going to do 3 3-minute Amraps with 1 minute of rest in between. It's another great example of interval training. Very beneficial for strength and conditioning. An Amrap means as many rounds as possible. So those movements and those reps you see listed below, we're going to keep going through those until the clock strikes 3 minutes, and then we'll rest for 60 seconds and repeat all that 2 more times for a total of 3 rounds. Now let's talk about the movements. So you see the first one is 5 plyo push-ups. Plyo push-ups is like a clapping push-up, getting your hands to leave the ground and clap. That is an advanced push-up, especially for seated athletes, tipping over in their chair. If we're uncomfortable doing that, that's quite all right. We do not need to push ourselves in that movement. Instead, as you see Chris Stoutenberg demonstrating there, PVC pipe, object, a backpack, a book, we can press straight out in front, hold for 1 to 2 seconds, and then pull back in. The intention is when we press out, we're pressing out as far as we can and engaging our shoulders. So it's not just a passive press out. Engage, strong arms out in front, and pull back to your chest, all right? We can still recruit the same muscles and get a good engagement by just doing these horizontal presses. We'll do 5 of those, right into 5 dips. So if you're in your chair, it's just out of your chair. It's just taking on your wheels and pressing up from your wheels. So it's about a half dip, but it's great to help express that in range of motion on the triceps, just like Chris is demonstrating there. For standing, we'll use a chair, object, a couch, a bench, whatever you got. You'll do the dips like this. After that, 5 dips, we do 10 ground to overhead. 10 ground to overhead, that just means exactly what it sounds like. Any object, anything. So for me, I'm just gonna hold this little kettlebell here. As you see Chris taking that bag from the ground to his lap and then overhead. For standing, just take an object, a dumbbell, kettlebell, a book, a backpack, and ground overhead. Seated, you can do it in one motion if you can, but going from the ground to the lap to overhead, whatever version you need, it's just 10 reps. Nice, Chris. And then the final movement is 8 U-turns or 2 20-foot sprints. If we don't have a lot of space, I'm assuming we might not have too much space and be moving around in a gym setting. So just focus on 8 U-turns. So like we did in that last focus piece, this is a part to incorporate some quick agility, explosive power with your U-turns. If you're standing, we'll do those skater lunges again. All we have to do is 8 this time, all right? All right, gang. There's no questions. We're gonna move on and get started on these 3-minute Amraps. It's only 12 minutes. It's only a total of 12 minutes, all right? That's all we need. And then we're cooling down, we're done, we're fitter for it. All right, we ready? Here we go. 10 seconds. 5 clapping push-ups. If you don't have those, pressing an object out in front. Press out in front. 5 dips. Ten ground to overhead. There we go, gang. And if you have the room, 2 20-foot sprints. If you don't have the room, 8 U-turns or skater lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count those reps, gang. Once you finish those 8 U-turns or those skater lunges, right back into those push-ups or those horizontal presses. Keep going. We're 1 minute, 15 seconds in, gang. Woo! 1-arm push-ups, no joke. I'm feeling it. How about you? Stick with us. Ten ground overhead. Wherever you are, whatever speed you're going, that's awesome. Stick with it. Do your best. Effort is all that matters here, gang. Bring the effort. Back into those 8 U-turns or 8 skater lunges. There we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. You still got 30 seconds. Keep going. Keep going. About to get that good rest. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Rest. Nice job. Take a sip of water. Try to intentionally slow down your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. into the nose, out through the mouth. Doing great. We're going to do that 2 more times. 2 more times. I don't see you, John, but I know you're putting in work, brother. Appreciate you being here. Stick with us, man. You're getting fitter for it. Here we go, gang. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right into those clapping push-ups or those presses. Into 5 dips. 10 ground overhead. Here we go. That first round was easy. Just pick up the pace. Make it a little faster. Guarantee it'll get a little harder. Woo! Those 8 skater lunges. Come on. Here we go. Woo! Right back into it. Come on. No rest for the wicked here. 5 dips. Keep going. Back into those skater lunges or those U-turns. Let's go, John. Nice job, Stouty. Woo! Still going. Come on. Keep it going. Here we go, gang. Come on. Home stretch. Almost done. Just 1 more round after this. You get 60 seconds of rest. In 30 seconds, coming up. Push it. Earn it. Enjoy it. Five more seconds. Come on. Come on. And rest. Rest. Good job. Whew. I am freaking sweating. Stouty, I'm glad to see you here doing it with me, man. John, I know you're behind that screen putting in the work, brother. I appreciate you. Keep it up. Keep it up, gang. This is it. There he is. What's up, dude? Here we go. Last round, gang. We know what to expect. We know we got those 3 movements, and then we're doing them over and over and over. So here's your chance. Put the pedal to the metal. Crank up that intensity. Enjoy the pump. Promise you're getting fitter for it. 10 seconds. Then you've got your lovely weekend ahead of you. And you earned it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Back to those push-ups or those presses. 5 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right into those dips, gang. Making sure we're getting that full range of motion. Full range of motion we can get. Locking out if we can. That's it. Breathe. Always remember, big, deep breaths. That is the secret sauce. I know it seems simple. We do it all the time. We got to do it. Man, in fitness, so many times when the intensity cranks up, we start having short little breaths. Big, deep breaths go a long way, telling your body everything's okay. All right, come on. Stick with it. Your mind will tell your body to stop. Your body's got a lot more in it. Through some breathing, we can make it realize that. Always focus on your breath. All right, come on. Right back into it. No slowing down now. Home stretch, gang. This is it. There we go. Keep it up, John. I see you, brother. Keep it up. Woo, I'm breathing. I'm sweating. I'm pushing. Woo. I know y'all are right there with me. Come on, hold on. Last 45 seconds. How fast can you go? Can you get a whole round in? Come on. 3, 4, 5. Woo! Come on. Push it. Push it. 15 seconds left. Come on. Max intensity. As fast as you can. Everything you got. This is a true sprint to the end. Let's go. Let's go. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. Keep going and stop. Woo! Oh, man. Oh. Fist pump. Round of applause. Way to go, John. Thanks for sticking with us, brother. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh, let me catch my breath. Catch your breath, please. Take a sip of water. In through the nose, out through the mouth if you're breathing heavy. Try to return our bodies to a little bit of homeostasis here, a little bit of resting, relaxation, recovery. We go through just some simple cool down stretches. First things first, let's love ourselves. A way to say good job. Look at that, boom. Little pat on the back, little self pat on the back. One more time. Say, hey, good job. You did it. You showed up. Now let's take those arms up overhead, back into that hold position. It might be a little bit tight from all that movement. Press, press, press up overhead. Now let's take one arm, bend at the elbow, reach behind our back. Yes, just like that, John. Grab that elbow and open up that lat. Big deep breath here. 2 big deep breaths. And switch. Other arm. Grab that elbow over. Big deep breath. Good. And relax. And let's take one arm across our body. Wrap that underarm up underneath it, just like you see Chris doing there. Yep, there you go, John. Big stretch across that tricep and lat and shoulder. Couple breaths here. And switch. The other side. Couple breaths here. Good job, gang. That's it for the stretch.